Willie Isa, was he actually a smart signing?
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Yo, what's poppin', people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, and I do hope you're doing well. Really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, and a massive Chelsea News video for you here today on the channel. We're going to reflect on Willie Isa, this guy, the rugby player that, you know, we were a bit unsure about. Is he good? He's posted on social media reminding us that he's a Chelsea guy. Okay, more on Nkunku, who probably will never play for Chelsea again. Joao Felix, could he be going to Brazil? Wow, how the mighty have fallen there. Caicedo, new deal. And the fact that Santos, his plan is to rotate in the Lavia role, so saith the Athletic. Really, really interesting, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. As usual, really happy to have you here. Thank you to all the new subscribers, so thanks for liking and subscribing. Get comfortable, pour yourself a drink, and just take a second and listen to this. You there. It's time. A big thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. My long-term, non-romantic partner, Surfshark, is the best virtual private network around. That's right, it's time you get a VPN or just upgraded your VPN to a better one, which could be Surfshark. A VPN works by moving your internet's location around the world, keeping you safe and opening up new media opportunities. Why wouldn't you want that? And Surfshark has loads of servers in loads of different countries available to you. So first off, keep yourself safe with Surfshark. Don't let the baddies steal your personal data, and don't become a victim to identity fraud. And indeed, just take comfort that you can browse the internet in private. That's important. But also, everybody uses VPNs these days to ensure that they can watch loads of additional media. Do what I do. Use Surfshark to open up whole new media catalogs on streaming services. You can utilize Surfshark, move around to another country, and open up that country's entire media catalog. Again, you will never exhaust available media with Surfshark. A whole new world, don't you dare close your... I'm sorry. Look, mate, the real message here is because you're a viewer of my channel, I can offer you a fantastic deal. Go to surfshark.com/football for an additional 4 months free. That's right, surfshark.com/football for an additional 4 months extra on your plan. Go ahead, use my code FOOTBALL on Surfshark, or simply click the link in the top of the description. Do yourself the favor. It's time to finally get that VPN or upgrade to a better one. Check out Surfshark. Peace. Do check out Surfshark, my partner's wonderful opportunity for you guys there. Let's get into it. So much to talk about. I feel like I'm not in focus. Am I not in focus? Let's get Big Squarehead out here. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's good. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Here we go. It's a shame it just doesn't stay like this. This feels like some crazy tech stuff. Maybe I'll assert my message better to you. Big square face. Oh, we're gone. Right, guys. Lots to get into. So let's start off. Yeah, I saw this on the social medias. Big Willie Isa. Remember this guy? Posted on his social media, his Instagram. New home, same mentality. Which we are reliably informed is winning. We move forwards. Always. Many of us forgot about this brother. Where's it? He was a bit of a meme, wasn't he? I reported on it early doors here on the channel, and I was a bit maybe churlish about, I don't know, a bit unfair. Lots of people rightly called me up on it, said, no, this guy is a great professional, an amazing career. He is a winner. Not that I've got an issue with the guy. I just thought the appointment was peculiar because we had a mentality coach from rugby before that worked with the All Blacks. A Kiwi guy, I think, and it was just a peculiar, fleeting story. This guy's here at Stamford Bridge. He's there in the kit. Guy's got his own kit. He's part of the coaching staff. WI, Willie Isa. And we beat Liverpool 3-1 at home. Coincidence? Almost certainly. But no, here's to him. Hopefully he is getting inside the lads' heads. Be very interesting at some point to hear some feedback from the Chelsea players and be like, yeah, this dude's awesome. He's helping us. But we'll see, right? We'll see. All right, we're going to keep this baby going because there's so much to talk about in today's video. Let's have a look at this. An exclusive. Is it exclusive on Football Insider? Chelsea's updated stance on Christopher Nkunku. Chelsea are confident on recouping their outlay. Got some big cojones to think that. If he leaves the club this summer, mate, he is gone. This guy is gone. He's gone. Sources may have told you he's gone, bro. So we paid £52 million for him. Look, Chelsea confident in recouping this £52 million fee. The France international was linked to a January exit, but failed to move. Of course, Bayern Munich were looking at him. Sources say close to the Giants, we're confident we're going to recoup the fee paid. Nkunku hit 14 goals and notched up 5 assists in 42 appearances across all competitions this season. He struggled for fitness. Yeah, look. He's gone. It's a shame. I was so excited when we signed Nkunku. He remains an amazing finisher. I've said this before, just to quickly reiterate. He, despite being relatively diminutive, he scores headers. He's, like I said before, I'll say it again, he's the only player in our squad that will attempt to score and have the capacity to score an overhead kick, which sounds really dumb, but it's just a sort of indicator of the kind of player he is. He's devastating fast. He's just elite. He's elite finisher. His metrics across. I know he hasn't got more goals here, but that says it's a lot to do with him. His attitude, poor. It's a lot to do with Chelsea. Of course, we bought him in a different time before we even bought Cole Palmer, when we were thinking about a different style of football under Pochettino. And to his credit, he looked great under Pochettino in his preseason. It's not worked. I think real footballing people at football clubs will look at the situation, the player, the situation at Chelsea, and be like, yeah, that's not on him. He's still great. He's worth money. Chelsea wanting 70 million in January made me laugh my ruddy so-and-so off, because you're trying to get a profit on a guy that didn't play his entire first season and now is second choice playing in the Conference League. Now doesn't even want to play. Look, the guy's gone. I get it. He's checked out. It's a shame because I liked him. I like the blue balloon celebration, defecting from red. It was exciting. It was a moment for us. You know, Eden Hazard's son was sleeping in a Nkunku shirt every night and says he's so excited for this player, and everyone was buzzing about Nkunku. And nah, bro, it's done. He's gone. Yeah, I think we won't make a loss on him because he's still got the streets, apparently. All right, we're going to keep going, bro, and sis, or whoever's watching. This is coming from goal.com. Joao Felix. A new adventure for Joao Felix. Flamengo make a loan offer for Chelsea flop. It's just sad when flop, isn't it? I hate that term. But Brazilian side face tough task of convincing Benfica target. Yeah, bro, because this is Joao Felix, you know? Milan, Chelsea, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Benfica, a big club as well, and then to go to the Brazilian league. I mean, he still gets called up for Portugal. Bro is 25 years old. This is meant to be entering your prime. But Flamengo are interested in signing Joao Felix for Chelsea this summer. At least they want to sign a loan. Felix, of course, has struggled since his move to Italy. Yeah, he scored on his debut, and everyone got terribly excited, and they're already talking about making it a permanent. And yeah, he's been slammed in the Italian media since, saying, like, you know, he's attractive, he's good looking, he's terrible at football, yada yada. Remember, he's on a 7-year deal at Chelsea when he signed at 2024. The bigger picture is Flamengo are interested in signing Felix on loan with a purchase option. Chelsea won't like that. But it remains to be seen if the Blues will be willing to countenance such a move. Felix is not said to be interested in moving into Brazil, but there is said to be rival interest from Benfica. A move that the 25-year-old may be more amenable to. Of course, he made 43 appearances for the club before going to Atleti for 120 million euros, which was big boy stuff at the time. I like Joao Felix. I think he's a great player. He's a lovely footballer to watch. He's very on his. I feel quite bad for him. He is football's orphan, but you know, look at the clubs he's played for that want him because they see the quality. He's multilingual: Spanish, Portuguese, English. Don't know what his Italian's like, but you know, he's good. The more I see Maresca's football at Chelsea, the more I try and see us getting better under Maresca, trying to see a future. The more I'm kind of moving away from Joao Felix. I think he could have played as a false nine for us when both Jackson and Guy were injured, but as much as I love him as a player, I think he looks good. He wasn't part of the sporting project at Chelsea. He was a George Mensch bargaining chip so we could sell Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid for financial reasons. Of course, the original bargaining chip was Samu Amoradian for us to buy. He went to Porto. We should have bought him, by the way. Yeah, I feel bad. I like Joao as a player, but like fitting, he's just the player that doesn't fit. Desperately sad. Well, we've gone to the high-profile flops and Nkunku and Joao Felix playing the classics here, man. Right, Moises Caicedo. So this is goal.com also. Harry Sherlock writes, Moises Caicedo set for contract talks with Chelsea, despite 6 years remaining on his £115 million deal. Also, it was to my understanding, and this I'm going to read the article now. It's to my understanding that Caicedo was like one of the higher earners already, you know, like of course I think he earns higher. Him and Fernandez, because they were such expensive signings, are on like not 200k, but I thought they were both on like 180, which, you know, in old Chelsea would be not much. You know, you look at the likes of Kai Havertz, he's on like 300 or whatever at Arsenal, or, you know, so there are still very, very, I mean, I know it's not sexy, but I quite like how we don't pay insane wages, how we do have the incentive-based contracts, but this is the incentive-based contract thing, you know, play like Moises Caicedo, win player of the season, and then player of the season, and you get a pay rise. I mean, works for me. So I should have read from the Telegraph. This is originally coming from the Telegraph. Chelsea are ready to discuss, you know, I pay for it, so I don't know why I'm going to an aggregated source. Chelsea are ready to discuss improved terms with Caicedo, as they want to reward him for his performance this season. And of course, he won those aforementioned awards. Yeah, Chelsea see Caicedo as like the best sort of, I don't want to say functional. He's not an attacking midfielder, but I don't want to just call him a defensive midfielder because he can do so much. So like, and he's the only player to play every Premier League game this season for Chelsea. He's really, really robust, durable. He's incredibly tenacious. He's like got that sort of South American, you know, cliche of like heavily religious, like a bit like Fernandez, like goes to war for the shirt they're wearing in. There's not a laissez-faire like which you might get in the old English player. It's like no, this is life. This is, you know, and he's amazing. Like his defensive stats are great. He's not just, I mean, he can score wonder goals. He's a bit of everything. And I think Chelsea, looking at him, he's really young, Caicedo. How old is he? 22, 23. He is, I'm just Googling it now. He's 23, yeah. So he turned 23 a few months ago. Very, very young. You know, he's got a decade of top-level football in front of him. Like I said before, Chelsea essentially stitched themselves up by leaving it so long with the transfer, where they ended up paying more money than they should have. And also, he didn't get a pre-season because the season had started and he wasn't training with Brighton. So it really gave him a poor start at Chelsea. It took him a while to get going, but boy, when he got going, even last season, he was incredible. So yeah, I'm here for it, and I'm actually here for like the optics of it. Like, look, guys, Cole Palmer's already got a contract extension. You know, they talked about Nico Jackson, that he's going to get one. He hasn't got it yet, though. But, you know, Caicedo, he's next. It's almost like you win player of the season, and then you get a contract like Cole Palmer last season, and then Caicedo this season. I doubt that's the governing thing that, you know, dictates whether you get a pay rise. But there's a recurring theme here. I like it. You know, we're going to put you all on basic money. If you're the boy, if you run the show, you will get rewarded. You know, we're not just here to like, slave labor, this kind of stuff, and do really low salaries and just, you know, we've got you on a life contract. No, you'll get more money. You will get more money. If you do well, you know, wicked, mate. Caicedo, new deal. All right. Well, let's end on this then. So I did want to speak about what Simon Johnson of The Athletic has said about Santos. I've not spoken about Santos enough recently. I did a video on the Chelsea midfield yesterday. I didn't speak about Santos, which was an error from me, because he is up for awards for like the best midfielder in Ligue 1 this season. Like, he's incredible. He's been wearing the captain's armband for Liam Rosenior's Strasbourg. He's amazing. He is amazing. We knew he was an amazing player when we bought him. Of course, he played that tournament for the Brazil under-20s, captained to a win, wore the armband, scored loads of goals from midfield. He's got amazing defensive numbers. He's got amazing goal-scoring ability, and he's got a leadership. And, again, he's 21 years old, speaks loads of languages. Amazing. By the way, happy birthday to Cole Palmer today, who's 23, I think. So Santos, earmarked for the Lavia role. Ooh, I thought he had the Enzo Fernandez role written all over him, that goal scoring ability, so maybe crashing the box. But no, because he's got really good defensive numbers, almost certainly a lot better than Enzo Fernandez, Romeo Lavia. So, probably an inverting Caicedo to join a Lavia, or because we've got to wrap Lavia up and, cotton wool all the time, Santos, and then pushing Fernandez on for the goals and assists. I like it there. Who knows? Maybe we even see like a Lavia, because at the moment it's like you rotate those two. They're both young. One of them's like got loads of injury problems. We will definitely be in some form of some form of Europe next season. So there'll be rotational options. And it's very interesting to hear that. So he's obviously been briefed, the Athletic journalist, that's the role he's being earmarked for. Because remember, this is Chelsea right now. Is a philosophically football. Oh my god, my brain is melting. It's not this like pragmatism. It's we're gonna play a certain style. We're gonna get really good at it. We're gonna play at Strasbourg. We're gonna play at the academy. Players can chop and change, be drop in, and this is the perfect example of that. This is a particular role. Be very good at this role, so when you come in, you can do it. Which I got no problem with. It's certainly a new thing for Chelsea. I mean, obviously we had like dogmatic managers like Tuchel and Conte that just played their system and style, and but this is a more attacking in theory one, but controlling, and you guys know I'm big on control. Very interesting. I also want to speak about I'll do it on the second channel, Football Yannick, but Cesc Fabregas, former Chelsea player of course, took Como up into Serie A, and he's in 10th place. Little old Como. I know they've spent some money, but it's an amazing achievement, and his style of coaching. So if you are interested in non-Chelsea content, even though that's kind of Chelsea related, do subscribe to Football Yannick, the Chelsea channel. There's daily content on there as well, and the link will be in the top of the description to go check that out. Actually, no, it won't, because it's Surfshark. Because usually in other videos it would be, but Surfshark link is in the top of the description. Good memory for me there. Do check out Surfshark, because there is a great promotion. As they are my partners, I literally use Surfshark every day. So if you need to upgrade a VPN or you're yet to get one, take advantage of that and click the link in the top of the description, or use my code FOOTBALL on Surfshark. Guys, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you back here soon. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the football. Peace.